Hey everyone, and welcome to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittney Carmichael, the founder of Shine School, the Shine from the Inside Oracle, and I host luxury goddess retreats to help coach you through the fears that stop you from shining your authentic light and pursuing your purpose and passion in the world. I am so excited to be here. This is such a beautiful day. Spring has sprung. We've officially crossed the spring equinox. Shift has launched. Our self-care challenge is under our belt, and it feels like the energy and momentum of Aries season is really kicking off. We are literally 2 weeks away from the goddess retreat. I cannot believe it has been a year since we were in Colorado making magic and healing our chakras and connecting with the sisterhood. I just have been so over the moon because now my entire focus has been on this one single project. Oh gosh, who's calling? Okay, the universe is calling. Okay, the universe is calling. All right, we're going to turn that phone off. But I just want to say, like, right now is the time to focus on that one single project. What is that seed that you're planting? What is it that you're really going to zone in on and focus your attention on? Because what you focus on tends to expand. And so whenever you really dial in what you want to create and the clarity around what you want to focus your energy and attention on, what you want to build, what you want to experience, this is where the magic happens. It's in your decision. And coming from a Libra, that says a lot because we're known in the zodiac to be a little indecisive. So this season is about deciding, taking your sparkly red shoes like Dorothy and clicking them together with your intention behind it and saying, this is what I want. More of this, please. You know, gratitude helps to expand and create more of that thing you're calling in. So if you want more time freedom, if you want more friendship, if you want more support, more drive, more motivation, maybe more focus, now I want you to start creating that intention, getting clear in your mind, the story that you tell yourself. I have focus. I am focused. I am creative. I am abundant. I am ready for more. I'm motivated. What is that story you need to tell yourself? What energy do you need to shift into right now so that you can align yourself with where you want to go? Aries season is the beginning of the astrological year. So I want you to take a moment to reevaluate your New Year's resolutions. What intentions did you set back in January? Because I have a feeling if you've gone through anything cosmically like me, you are probably feeling a massive shift and shakeup. And maybe it's similar, but we need to refine it. So whether you are totally ditching your New Year's resolutions in lieu for something more aligned today because you've gone through some transformations, I pulled the Tower card. Now it's all making sense today. Maybe you've pulled the Tower and you're like, everything's crumbling, a new belief. I am ready for a whole new chapter in my life. Or you made an intention back in January and you're like, nope, I am still on that mission. I just need to refine or tweak or change just a few things so that I can continue to do this authentically, to have those strong boundaries. So I want to take a moment to tune in. Take a big, deep breath in, fill up your lungs, and then exhale. What is it that you need to focus on at this time in your life? Give yourself permission to be present, to be here. I'm so grateful for you. Let me know, where are you watching from? What's your zodiac? Where is your location? And is this your first time? I always love getting to hear the people that show up for this experience and what they're focusing on, because what I find in working with my clients, or even just, I got a voice message from a girlfriend today, we are all going through this massive awakening, up-leveling, changing. And what I'm seeing is the ones that are shining the brightest are doing a lot of triggering in their world. And that can be hard because as the person who's shining, they're coming from a place of love and authentic truth. And in doing so, it brings a light to the fear that other people have within themselves, the scarcity, the victimhood, or those shadow mentalities that we have. And it's really tough sometimes to, one, be the person that's triggered by someone else, or two, be the person that is triggering someone inadvertently. So I don't know where you're at in your journey right now, whether you're being triggered massively by other people or you're the one doing the triggering, but I am sending love to both sides of that coin. It's not easy no matter where you're at, but know that the triggers are there to bring more light in, to heal that darkness that you hold. It's not that you're broken or that you're wrong. It's just bringing awareness to maybe the feelings that we have about ourselves or the old story that we hold on to. That's why there's a trigger. It's showing us that doesn't align anymore and we need to release that. We're still holding on to something. So bless your triggers this month. Aries season is all about bringing in that fire energy. So with that means transformation. We're going to be burning away the old belief systems, the old ways of thinking, the old ways of communicating. That's really important right now. The old ways of feeling worth. I think that also is coming to attention. So I want you to pay attention to the stories that you tell yourself and know that this is the perfect opportunity for you to wipe the slate clean and set new intentions. So if you started in January and you're like, my goal is this, and I've totally fucked it up along the way, just know that you can stop right here, forgive yourself, dust it off and say, I'm starting again. I'm ready for a fresh start. So I want to just take a moment and ask, I'm going to pull up the comments. Where are you at in your journey right now? Are you getting focused on one really cool, exciting goal that's lighting you up from within? Do you feel like you need to refocus? Where are you at? Hello, happy woo-woo. This shift is insane. I totally understand. Last week, we launched Shift. I've been working on this course for 3 years. Back in 2020, March, I wrote this framework, Shift, surrender, heal, integrate, flow, and trust. I'm like, what is it? It's this acronym to help you be able to move through that transformation of change, be able to navigate into the unknown. And I tell you what, there's nothing like having to practice what you preach and what you teach, because holy smokes, did I have to shift. Literally had no internet. Like in 5 years of living here, we've never had an internet problem. And our router like died the day before Shift when I'm supposed to teach this live masterclass. Now it is an evergreen 5-part course that you have access to for lifetime, but I just love showing up live. I've been doing Woo Woo Wednesday for almost 7 years now live. So it's just like in my comfort zone. So of course it puts added pressure on. You can't make it perfect. Literally, there's no hiding behind anything. It is authentic truth and teaching. And I had to shift really quickly and go downstairs and use the building's internet, which had its own issues that we had to shift through, but it is alive. It is out there. It is ready for you. So if you didn't sign up for the live masterclass because you didn't think you could make that time, or you didn't realize that this was an evergreen course that you have lifetime access to, the secret is out. Shift is ready for you to embrace your transformation. I also have an amazing offer for this brand new launch of my course Shift. I didn't plan on sharing this, but it's coming out, so we're just going to go with it. I just sent an email out. So if you're not on my email list, then you missed all the magic and all the transformation and all the testimonials of the women that experienced this live healing journey on navigating the unknown. It was it was so beautiful, literally in tears. It was one of the most life-changing teachings that has channeled through me, which I'm very grateful for. So in celebration of that, we are giving you $111 off this program. You just have to use the coupon code 321SHIFT. And if you have any questions about that or need the link to join, just DM me, let me know, type shift, I don't know, something, and we will get you hooked up so that you have the tools to embrace your transformation. Monica says shifting and flowing, letting go and trusting. That is literally everything we covered in the Shift course. And Monica, to see you there at that live training was just one of the most beautiful things. And all the women there that were so vulnerable and opened up about what is transforming in their life and how they deal with change or don't do so well with change. This really was for our control freaks in the back. You know what I'm saying? This gives you the tools to relax and totally trust the process, which self-trust is one of those high level qualities that you cultivate. It just doesn't come like that. Same with self-love, doesn't happen overnight. Leanne says Shift was absolutely bloody amazing. So emotional and open. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for staying up all the way in the UK. You were there until 3 a.m. It was insane. Kiana says heal, let go, transmute energy, frequency of past, trapped energy of the past, more, especially almost the last 2 years of losing my son. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry for your loss. I totally understand the grief that you've been processing over the last 2 years. Grief was a big conversation that we did have in the training, because when we leave behind the old, we're not just talking about past loved ones, but even just versions of ourselves or old belief systems or old ways of being. When we leave that behind, we have to grieve the old version that we are in order to let that new version. Now, in regards to passing of people, oh, it fucking hurts. And I am so sorry. I've been going through my own loss of physical humans that I love so dearly, and also was so triggered by too. So there was like a lot of healing that I had to do after they passed, even though they never gave me the opportunity in the present to do it. So, having to go through the type of healing of losing them, having to go through the type of healing of losing someone that you have unfinished emotional issues with. I mean, my love just goes out to anyone who is feeling that sense of grief. Actually, for Christmas, Chris put a book in my stocking by Pema Chodron, and it was When Things Fall Apart. And I looked at him and I was like, this is a book on grief. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, am I that bad right now? Am I like super fucked up? He's like, you should read it. I was like, okay, thank you very much. So it's interesting that, even one of the women who joined the goddess retreat, I was watching her testimonial back. I posted it on my stories today. And she said, in all the self-help that I'm doing, I never even tapped into the idea of grief, that I needed to even do anything with that. I didn't even know I had grief or that I was feeling that. So just a little side note on grief. If you are feeling that, then this is something to explore. This is maybe where your focus can be on this next year so that you can heal and open up and expand. Okay, let's see. Have an idea for my writing, but having a little bumps in the road to shift me elsewhere in the work. But the main intention is still in view. I love that. So maybe it's just a small little shift. Maybe it's a little baby pivot to get even closer to align with your authentic goals. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, she's wearing her butterfly pants. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card from the Shine from the Inside Oracle. This deck I created, it's been about 4 years now, which is crazy. Since the concept started, but this deck was really designed to empower you to stay committed to your self-care rituals, so that you stop putting yourself on the back burner and you focus on you. And these hard truths in here will help us to see what we need to focus on in the Aries season. So my intention behind today's reading is, what can we focus on in the Aries season, which is all about trailblazing, lighting the way, that just inner fire and passion, and like ready to just fucking take action. This is the action month. So what action in Aries season can we focus on that will keep us aligned, keep us tuned in and grounded, safe and supported? Like, what's the foundation of that action that we need to know? All right, first card popped up. All right, I want to know. So what's your intention? Take a moment to just set that in your heart. What is it that you need to hear today? Pay attention to the thoughts, the feelings, the words, the visions that come up, those little gentle nudges that that pop out just like that to you. These are messages from your soul so that you know when it aligns for you. When it aligns for you. Okay, so we have easily picked up our 3 cards for today. The first one that comes up is, your reality is a reflection of your inner world. This is the perfect message that we're talking about, is what we focus on tends to be realized. So your reality of your reality is a reflection of your inner world. I like alliterations, but man, is it hard to talk sometimes. So this is a reminder that the thoughts that you think become the actions that you take, become the beliefs that cement into who you are, and then become that attractor of the environment that you experience. So if you want to make a change, it starts within, starts with the story that we tell ourselves. So if the story doesn't align with the goal that you're going towards, if you're like, I am so fat, and your goal is, I want to feel healthy and vibrant, then the story that you're telling yourself does not align with the goal, and those are going to clash and keep you feeling stuck. So I want you to take a moment to assess and tune into the story that you've been telling yourself around the goals that you've been setting. Pay attention to that story, because that's going to shape the actions that you take, the belief that you feel about yourself, and the worthiness of allowing yourself to receive and the beautiful thing about the universe is that even when your fear is like, and worry and anxiety and all that bullshit's getting in the way, the universe is still like, bitch, please, and will like hand you the opportunity even amongst the fear. So sometimes even your fear can't keep out what is divinely aligned for you. So pay attention to what comes up, because the stories that you tell yourself then reflect the worthiness of you being willing to receive it. Even though the fear hasn't kept away that goal, it's shown up for you. If your story isn't aligned with where you want to go, then you're not going to say yes, even when the opportunity shows up despite the fear. So I want you to pay attention to the story that you tell yourself and plant those seeds of intention in your mind of what it is you want. Remember, worry is living out in the future, and planning for what you don't want is planning to fail. So if you're going to leave this present moment, which, I don't really advise, this is where the moment is, this is life happening now. But if you're going to do it, for all of us planners out there, then at least plan for what the hell you do want. Can I get a yes? Can we plan for what we do want instead of worrying about what we don't want? Because when it does show up, you will then have the energy that you didn't waste and worry to handle your ish, because you always do. Look back at how amazing you are. Oh my God, I picked this card all week so far. Well, the message is clear then. Thank you for the reminder, what you mentioned and message. Grateful and appreciate you tremendously. Happy to share the message. Okay, second card for the week that is coming up. Holy is embrace your inner divine goddess. This is about tapping into that flow and feminine energy, which is a part of the shift framework. So I'm telling you, the energy has officially shifted. Okay, I don't know if anyone went outside and saw the 5 planet parade last night, but things are aligning. The whole team is on board, if you understand what I'm saying. So we need to get our whole team on board, our masculine and our feminine energy. So yes, Aries is in that masculine suit of energy, which is fire, driven, motivation, fucking go for it. But when we see the embrace your inner divine goddess, I want you to try something new this season. Instead of just like blazing trails and just burning everything down, I want you to take a moment to take a step back and let it come to you with the power and the energy and intensity that you have of going after it. Use that same kind of momentum and that drive to be able to sit back patiently and know with absolute confidence that it is on its way to you, versus you having to just take all this blind action. Like, I'm just going to use all this energy to just make something happen. Like, maybe you're wasting your time on the small task, when if you just took a step back, you could see the bigger picture and realize that your energy is needed somewhere very specific. So that then allows you to ask for help, which is about embracing your divine feminine, giving yourself permission to not do it all on your own, to delegate, to literally put yourself out there and speak your truth and say, hey, I can't do this alone. Let's do this together. So when I see this card coming up, especially with the reality is your reality is a reflection of your inner world, I want you to get comfortable being okay asking for help, being okay being vulnerable, being okay speaking your truth and saying what the fuck you need. I want you to be okay with saying fuck, period. I want you to not hold back in expressing yourself. That's what feminine energy is. It's a creative expression. A lot of the time it's emotional expression, because we haven't healed our shit. So we seem crazy to other people. So why men call women crazy, because they don't understand this beautiful energy that we are capable of, especially because we don't understand it. So when we are operating in the masculine and we don't give our feminine a chance, it cuts us off at what is truly our greatest gift. We are blessed with divine intuition and that creativity flowing through us. We were given all kind of a beautiful body to be able to receive more pleasure, more information, more wisdom. So it's so important for you to get connected back to your body, back to your sensuality, and back to pleasure. Anyone feeling like they're struggling with tapping into their feminine energy, like they need to maybe just get up and dance, or just like let themselves flow? This is something we do at the Goddess Retreat. I turn on some good music and I just have them close down their eyes and just dance and move and flow and like get the energy going in your body again, so you're not so stiff and rigid. Masculine energy is very stiff and rigid. That's why you see like men that are in business suits all the time. It's like not the suits that are keeping them stiff, it's their own freaking energy. So when we can relax our body, we can let more energy move through the body, and energy is information. And so if you want to be more intuitive, if you want to have more clarity, if you want that divine insight on demand, it comes through the body. Okay, quieting the mind and letting the body speak. And we have to do that by tapping into our feminine energy. Being open and allowing others to help is so important. Yes, ma'am. Okay, last card for the week. Align your actions with your intentions. If this message isn't more clear, I don't know what is for Aries season. So we've got your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Boom. Embrace your inner divine goddess. Yes, ma'am. And align your actions with your intentions. So what is this card? This is the first card of the deck. So Aries is the first in the astrological wheel. So this is really about getting clear on that intention. What do you want to create? What is the goal that we're going after? You get to decide. Let me just hand you your red sparkly shoes, Dorothy, and remind you that it's your decision. Only you can get clear on what makes you come alive, what lights you up, what brings you joy, what comes natural, easy, and effortless to you, because that is ultimately your gift to the world. You don't have to struggle to make a difference. You don't have to make it hard. Maybe you've done that your whole life, but here is your reminder that you can flip into that feminine mode and let it be easy. Trust, flow, surrender. Literally, let go of the reins of your mind and let your heart lead the way. Boom. Exactly. Hello, Tamlin. Okay, this message, Aries season, very clear that it's about getting clear on what it is that we want, aligning our actions with the direction that we're going. So if we're saying, I want to be healthy, but then we're going and buying the chips, like this is a message to myself, then that is out of alignment, because those chips don't contribute to that action does not contribute to the outcome and the alignment of the goal that I want. So get clear on where you want to go. And then every step of the way, ask yourself, is this step taking me closer to my goal? Or is this self-sabotaging? When you have that kind of awareness to be able to ask yourself about each action that you're doing, and maybe you start by doing it not in the moment, that might be too aware, but maybe you start by doing that at the end of the day. Reflect on all the actions that you took and ask, was this in alignment, or was this self-sabotage? Did I do this out of fear? Is this really taking me closer to my goal? So I want you to give yourself permission to decide what direction you want to go, and then self-check along the way to make sure that you're still wanting to go in that direction and it still feels good, because that is the ultimate goal. Because if it's not feeling good, what is the point? I'm just saying. Make your own healthier chips. I do. I know. We just have a rule. We just don't buy it. And like we make our own tortilla chips and we bake them in the air fryer. Like it's a whole thing. So and that's the thing. Like, we all have those things that we know we're going to get hooked up on or fumble on along the way. So like, be mindful of that. I know that I like freaking chips, like period. Like that's the thing I love to snack on. So my goal is if I don't buy it and don't bring it in the house, I can't eat it. So I set myself up for success by 1, not buying it, and 2, finding a replacement for that. You know, it's like when people quit smoking, I always wonder like, well, where does that energy go next? Like what do they focus that on? So it's about a transmutation of that energy and having a healthy replacement for it, whether that's anger into more upliftment, or that's fucking shitty chips, which I try to buy them organic and all of them, whatever, but shitty chips. Or do you buy the corn tortillas, you cut them up and you make them yourself at home? You know what I'm saying? Like, find a healthy habit to replace the things that aren't in alignment with what you know, or where those places along the goal that you might fumble. I think it's so important to just be honest with yourself, because if you're not honest that you're going to fucking mess up along the way, then you're probably going to self-sabotage and be like, see, I knew I wasn't perfect. I knew I wasn't going to be good enough. No, be like, no, I know this is where I really suck at things sometimes. So now I'm going to think ahead, because I have learned from the cycles of repeating the past is how you break a cycle. You look back and realize, oh, I keep doing the same freaking thing and I don't like the result that I get from it. So we change the action, and we do that by creating healthy habits and replacements. Yeah. Food and gum. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, let's see. Made some awesome ones the other day. We'll send you the recipe. Love it, love it, love it. What if you have someone who has addictions that comes at you when they drink? Get out. Get out. That is my answer. Every alcoholic my mom decided to get with never ended well. So get out. Save yourself. And if you need a longer explanation of that or how to do it, then I would love to dive even deeper. But my answer is absolutely. If they're not willing to change and heal, they're not willing to change and heal, and you should focus on yourself. So with that question is, what is it that you're going to focus on this Aries season? I want you to get really clear and plant those seeds of intention in your heart, and then tell your mind what's up, because it's in the heart and the emotions and the excitement that you get, and creating that imagination around the beautiful vision of how good it could be is really how you're going to create that life of your dreams. So I want you to throw away fear this month, this year, forever. And I want you to get clear in your heart what feels good, what would bring you the most joy. And if you only had 6 months, what would you do? I want you to start doing that now. All right. So if you want your own personal reading, you can actually go get a digital card pull by going to shinefromtheinsideoracle.com, which is super cool. So every single card of the deck is listed on the website. They're all hidden like this. So you take your mouse and you just boop, click, and it'll pop up the card and it'll give you the full guidebook meaning. So if you're like, this message was amazing, but I need more insight, you can go to shinefromtheinsideoracle.com to get your personalized reading. And of course, if you want to book a one-on-one, all you have to do is go to brittneycarmichael.com/tarot, and I will do a personalized 1-hour Empower Hour reading with you to make sure that you have the confidence and clarity you need this year to make your goals a reality. All right, so I want to know which card resonated with you most today. Was it your reality is a reflection of your inner world, embrace your inner divine goddess, or align your actions? What is this one? Align your intentions with your actions. I actually wrote it backwards. Like, I'm super dyslexic. That's like a little something that you might not know about me. So when I wrote this first card out, I wrote align your actions with your intentions. And the more I thought about it and the more I got intentional about each word and the meaning behind every card, I realized I needed to swap it around. Align your intentions with your actions, because it's the intentions that you set that create the action, not the other way around. You don't take action and then have intention behind, like, later. So get clear in your mind first before you start taking physical action. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you know someone who would love this message, please spread the good vibes, share the video, tag them, whatever you got to do to spread the sparkle magic. I appreciate you so much for being here. And I tell you what, I think I'll be here next week, but probably the week after that, I'll be packing up for the Goddess Retreat. So fingers crossed that we can make it happen. I'll join you all the way up until the Goddess Retreat. But just in case I don't, I know for sure I will see you next week. So please know that I am sending you so much love this month. It has been such a pleasure to read for you, and I look forward to seeing all the seeds of intention and the dreams and the goals and the ideas that you set for yourself this year, so that we can really make this world more beautiful and more sparkly. And because of you, we are doing that. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate all your love and support. And until then, I will catch you next week. Peace. Bye.